name's Mick, and I'm sitting down here with Ben and Martin from Jumbaal Dreamin. How you guys going?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Yeah?
I'm okay.
You're okay?
Yeah, I'm okay now.
We're getting along.
Strenuous.
Yeah. Strenuous performance in there, hey?
Yeah. Pretty good. Good
gotta
to listen to the other band.
Yeah. Show business, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me a bit about yourselves and your band.
Okay, Ben, where should we start this? Well,
Your mum started all this, so I guess your mum...
oh, I forgot about your mum too.
Yeah, don't forget her.
We started, me and the mother, we used to do a lot of drinking around the place, so we said, let's get our band together with our sons and daughters. So, not only just that, we did performance out at what's that place just outside of town here? I can't think of it, that's it. Should have done my homework.
Geography.
Argentine Hall. That's out just below before you get up to Tiddy Mountain. Julum, that's the mountain called.
And that's where you guys started
That's
playing?
where we first started the Aboriginal dance group, Jumbaal Dreamin Dance and Band and dance group with the girls, the first girl group in this town.
So you'd play music and they'd dance?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the mother taught them, took the girls for the dance, and me and the boys, see, Ben was touring up with Descendants many years ago.
Yeah.
And then so we said, well, let's start something at home here. So that was the other two brothers.
Mm-hmm. When do you reckon that was?
That was a bloody...
What year?
they was young. He was only what?
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah, we was only babies then.
They was only babies.
Yeah.
They'd done started hip-hopping in the early days, and I was...
Yeah,
only
breakdancing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? I bet you were breakdancing.
I was breakdancing, and
Yeah.
I just took an interest in what the kids of the day wanted to do.
Yeah.
See this MC Wire fella? Yeah, the MC Wire?
Yeah.
He was one of the dance group in that, this
Yeah, right.
Tasman fella. Well, he was started when he was 2-3 years old. You know, I was at a party and all that. When people are like that, getting out there and doing all this stuff. And anyway, the Jumbaal Dreamin got up and running because of the mother. Mother and I used to sing around at pubs and clubs and at parties, you know. That's what was go and sing.
And have you've always played sort of rock music, or it's changed throughout the years?
Well, I was a heavy metalist.
Of course you were.
In the early days, I
Yeah.
was one of them G-Wizoos. I got around with the likes of some of the Ash, you know,
Yeah.
Ash. What's the other one G-Wiz? He made it big when we went overseas, the AC/DC fella.
Oh, yeah? You used
Yeah.
to play with AC/DC?
No, I used to hang out with him.
Really?
I thought I was Mr. Cool.
No way.
Well, one of the first, I believe, I don't know if he was the first drummer of AC/DC, was Mark Evans.
Really?
Mark Evans, I knew him when he had a shop in Parramatta Road.
No way. You really
Yeah,
took a
that'd be
curveball
clear.
just here. Righto.
Huh?
Okay. You just threw a curveball at me. I didn't realise you'd be hanging out with AC/DC. Yeah, righto. And so you've been playing music as a band?
I've been playing music since I was... When I got inspired by Ray Charles when he done his first and only tour in Australia at the Sydney Stadium
Yeah, right.
many years ago.
Yeah.
And I was 6 years old. I asked my mum and dad to take me down to see this blind man play songs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if he can play a piano, surely I can sing. I got two good eyes and I can play a piano.
Yeah. Talk me through what the band looks like today. Like what?
The band, I tell you what, that's a bit of a...
Bit of a change in the music
Yeah.
because different style of music, I guess these fellas play
Yeah.
and that. But yeah, the music has changed a lot.
Well,
But,
it started
it has sort of stayed in the same
Realm.
genre.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys are both sort of permanent in the band? Do you have sort of...
Well, we've got no
Who's-
choice.
We're the last two.
We're the
Yeah,
last
right,
two
okay.
of
The
the
original
Jumbaal
members?
Dreamin when they
Yeah,
first
right,
started.
okay.
Kevin,
Awesome.
Keane,
Yeah,
Keane and Kevin,
yeah,
they was, and Victor Chapman, they said, Dad, Uncle, Pop, Dad, they all call me Dad, but we just got together.
mm-hmm.
And then this guy come later over it because he's the baby and he the baby fostered him out a little
Yeah.
bit earlier days when he was young.
Yeah,
And then years later he came back and he wanted to be with his brother. He used to play in another band over in Saltwater Rock.
yeah,
And that's where, so we started going back and forth over there
mm-hmm.
with, what's your band was over there?
Never sober.
Never sober.
They had Never Sober at Saltwater Rock, and we had Jumbaal Dreamin.
Yeah, right.
So I used to just take the two boys over there,
Yeah,
or they'd venture over there.
One big jam.
One big jam. Sounds
big
great.
family jam,
yeah, righto. Cool.
So it took a long time before this fellow came on and
Oh, yeah. Did
started
you have to do some
taking
convincing?
over there.
Yeah. Okay.
So it was a long process, captured the true essence of what the band was about.
Yeah.
Kevin, he was a country and western singer. Buddy was a rock and roller, and I was heavy metal. So we pulled that all together. When Muddy Waters come out here, I went up to see him
Yeah.
with some of the girls from here. We went up to. I've been exposed to a lot of the entertainment field, to a lot of well-known bands and in the arts of football.
Yeah.
Music, sorry.
Well, it definitely comes through in the sound that I've just been in the theatre watching these guys play. Tell us about this carpet snake, python, and sort
Well,
of
you see
behind
Titty
the name.
Mountain out the back there?
yeah,
I'll be venturing in on cultural perspective because of the python. That fella there, show him the snake.
come on, show us the snake.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
So this fella, he's our carpet snake, and he's the guy that looks after our waters
Yeah,
out there at the back.
and so that's where the name came from.
Name came from, and Ballangarry, us, it's a totem of the Ballangarry
Yeah,
carpet snake.
cool.
There are two carpet snakes. There's the black diamond python,
Mhm.
and now they mated over the year. It took a long time.
Mm.
They must have mated with this other snake. They got this new breed now,
Mm.
and we played in a gig last Sunday week, down in the back lane at Maxwell there, and this fella had a carpet snake. I said, "Oh, that's that new breed.
Yeah.
That's a bungle breed." See, I thought, because he's a crossbreed with the
Diamond python.
what?
Diamond python.
Diamond python and the carpet python.
Carpet python.
Carpet.
Did you just look at the carpet to see if there was a snake down there?
You can see the big carpet here.
Anyway, yeah. Last question. What's coming up for you guys? Where can we see you to play?
Our next gig.
Yeah,
Well, we've been wondering about it
AC/DC?
ourselves, though, because
yeah. But you want to play more gigs, obviously.
well, I guess this is one of the things. This is why I said, but why are we going down here to do this stuff down here? I
Yeah.
said, because it's about promoting.
Ah, showbiz.
But so it's about, we'd already done a Koorioboree, and that was, we got a grant from the,
Yeah, I saw that. You played Saltwater Freshwater.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's
that was
in
pretty
the early
recently.
days too, yeah.
That was this year, wasn't it?
Yeah, this year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You played a run of shows.
Yeah, we
We
played
done
in a lot of shows.
Blues and Roots Fest,
Yeah,
Blues and
Bluegrass.
bluegrass.
no grass.
Yeah.
That was an experience and a half.
yeah?
It was.
Yeah.
So this is why we added the banjo in it, see?
Yeah.
I've got a baby banjo at home.
Yeah, yeah.
Banjoline, they
Banjoline
call
or
it.
something?
Banjo
Yeah.
Yaley. So,
Yeah, banjolele. Yeah. Because ukulele. Yeah,
and
yeah.
I tell you what, I can play it real good.
I reckon you could.
And I was going to play it today, but I said, no, I'll have to wait till I get more experience.
Yeah, okay. I like the addition of banjo. I thought it was quite good.
Yeah, I mean, we've come a long way
Yeah.
since
Yeah.
we and the mother was just...
Yeah.
And to add a double bass as well
Yeah.
into our repertoire.
Yeah.
You know, that's a big thing that, you know,
It's-
it's change that.
Well, you don't see much of it these days
Well,
anyway.
you know,
No.
Keen,
Yeah.
he was our lead singer in the early days. He played that bass meeting we were trying to get one of them in
Yeah.
our band many
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
Come through this girl.
Hard to
he
come
up
by.
at Bellingen. We said,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, why
Yeah.
not have a go at it?
Definitely.
Anyway, we're
Cool.
here.
Well, it
so
works, and
we
I
like
liked
to
it.
think we're going
Yeah.
to go places, and by doing today's thing, it's
The more gigs we get, the more better.
There you go.
well, we're going to promote ourselves a lot
Absolutely.
better.
Yeah.
Because with the Arbor, he came on board. I was surprised he came on board. Because we in the early days, like I said about the other band,
Yeah.
I think that would have been, we had the opportunity there,
Yeah.
but it didn't happen because only 3 turned up.
Yeah, right.
Other 3 was on their way and they missed it.
I see.
The
We all here
interview with
today.
this
Yeah.
big shot.
Oh, that's the way it is though sometimes.
That's the way it is. So
Yeah.
then it would took, but we just kept going. Why? Because me and the mother set the band and dance group up so we could work with street kids,
Yeah.
work with kids who got nothing better to do than
Yeah.
to drink and drug and
Yeah.
fight around and get into mischief. So that's what it basically was.
Yeah.
So years later, we went into, me and the mother, we done a bit of theatre
Mhm.
stuff. So
Sounds like you've done it all.
we done it. I was at the Euro Theatre
Yeah.
down there many years ago. Then I bought a skills out.
Yeah.
And had one of the dancers. He's qualified to start. I think there's a guy out there. See the guy there with the green suit
Go
there?
turn the camera. He's on the phone out there.
No, he just walked there. No, he just, if you look at the reflection of this,
Oh, yeah?
well,
Oh yeah.
Victor, he was one of the.
I think giving off a bit of the track there.
We're actually in a
Jumbaal.
studio right now. We're in a recording studio. The audience doesn't need to know that we're on the street.
No, but that's the guy. He hangs out there. He plays a lot of our songs.
Yeah, right.
Basket. And
Small world.
Ben's hanging out with him a lot.
Yeah. All right. Well, that'll wrap us up. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Thank you very much. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
joining us.
Thank you,
I
Big
think you got a
North
bit of
Coast.
track there.
This is the land we roam. This is the land called home. This is the land of my dreams.